I want to turn now to the man at the center of this country's fight. That is, of course, President Volodymyr Zelensky, who has led Ukraine against more than 3.5 years of full-scale Russian attacks. Today, Moscow's troops occupy about a fifth of the country and have been inching forward over the summer in the east. I sat down with Zelensky on Friday at the Yalta European Strategy Conference in Kyiv. I first asked him what President Putin had gained from his summit with President Trump in Alaska.
What Putin wanted was to delay sanctions, to delay any further measures that were taken that would pressure Russia, and to pretend that he was willing to negotiate. So wouldn't you say that Putin, in a sense, got everything he wanted from this meeting and Trump did not?
I don't know who from them got something or everything. I don't know, really. But I think that for Putin it was successful meeting. First, with the President of the United States. Second, on the territory of the United States. Third, he got images with the President of the United States. And he didn't promise for ceasefire, but again, maybe he promised something to President Trump, I don't know, but he didn't. So, and he postponed sanctions and postponed any strong pressure, what really Putin understands that Trump can do.
You said you're not sure what was debated, what was discussed and agreed to.
I don't know. I don't know.
President Trump called you afterwards. What did he tell you?
I had so many conversations with him. Really, I don't remember all the details.
You've become a very good diplomat. How is your
We'll see.
How is your relationship with him?
With President
Trump now?
Very good. What can I say? I think that we have good relations with the United States, with the President Trump, and right around him a lot of different voices.
There are people in the United States who say, look, the Ukrainians need to recognize they're not going to get that territory back, and if Putin wants all of Donetsk, if that is the price of peace, if Ukraine can be sovereign and independent and a member of the West and Europe, so give away a little bit of territory. And I ask you this because there is this view in America. What is the response? Why not, if you really want peace, why not accept, at least for now, maybe not legally, but accept the reality and say, we will take as much as we can in order to get peace?
I'm not sure that in the United States people support this idea. Like Americans said, the swap the territories. Because people really recognize the territorial integrity of Ukraine and they know the price of all these battles from the very beginning, I mean more than 11 years ago, and the high price from the very beginning of full-scale invasion. And we know that we can't trust Putin. He will not stop. So there is the order of the points of discussions. The first, we need meeting with outcome of ceasefire. And he is not ready for the meeting for today. It's true? Yes. Then, if he wants to speak about territories and about some historical crazy things and etc., I'm ready to speak with him, but not through Americans, not through Europeans. With their support, yes, but not through. It's our land, it's our people, it's our nation, it's our history, our identity, and that's why.
You're ready to meet face-to-face with
Yes,
Putin?
face-to-face.
You mentioned...
Sometimes we need it, even if we don't love faces.
After I was done asking questions, I opened it up to the floor, and Poland's Foreign Minister, Radek Sikorski, asked President Zelensky about what Ukraine needed to achieve a just and lasting peace.
навіть більше не піднімати питання про те, скільки років
We cannot even raise the issue. How long would it take? What we need if Russia constantly receives components for its missiles from various companies.
Тому тут немає ніякого рішення.
So here there is no solution except to put sanctions on private companies of any state, and this must stop the supply of components for missiles.
Далекобійну зброю. Ми
As regards long-range fires, we were at the moment when practically the United States and other partners were thinking whether to give Ukraine long-range weaponry or not, and we have found our own. As of now, we have our own long-range capabilities. We just lack financing.
є фінансування.
There is financing for drones. I'm not saying that to mock any of the partners, but it's not a solution, right?
На 800 шахедів на добу по Україні.
For 800 Shaheds per day at Ukrainian territory, we need at least 1,500 interceptors. The price of one interceptor is 3,000 euros. That is the answer to how to stop the Shaheds.
Відповідь, як зупинити
And so that Russia does not want tomorrow to send 800 Shaheds. We must send 1,000 drones to their territory to retaliate.
питання зараз дронів і шахедів, я вам відповів, що
So what we need from the partners to counter Shaheds, we need financing from our partners. These are not global decisions. These are fast decisions that must be done today.